Jackets win again, 75-73 tonight over rival Clemson. Pleased to be joined by head coach Brian Gregory. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You got down by 13, Coach. What sparked that comeback?
Well, give them credit. We weren't great defensively in the first half, but they were off the charts offensively. We had to make some adjustments at halftime and give our guys credit, give my staff credit. They came up with a couple different ball screen coverages that were somewhat new. We made the decision at halftime on the suggestion by the staff to put Marcus on Blossom Gaming and said, hey, we're going to ride you on both ends of the court now. You know, you want to finish this thing out on a positive note. You got to get the job done for us defensively. He had 17 points in the first half. We had to find some way to stop him. And that really set the tone. It really did. And to do that, you need great coverage by our big guys on a guard. And I thought we did a good job of that. And then we needed to execute on offense, and we shoot 59% in the second half, and we kept it close. The three at the end of the half was a big play. Great rebound by Ben, great pass by Travis, and obviously the shot. But, you know, we're down 7-8 points now in the second half. We turn to our guys and say, hey, we were down 6 with 3 minutes to go the other night. We're fine. We just need to keep doing what we can do. And our defense was so much better in the second half, and that led to some good offense.
Speaking of Ben, 4 blocks, maybe a play that gets overlooked is his block late on Grantham on the three-point try.
It gets overlooked, but not by us. You know, I mean, he was a monster out there. 6 rebounds on the defensive end, 4 blocks for us. Did a great job defensively guarding perimeters and with post guys. I think he made one defensive mistake the whole game. I'll show that to him tomorrow on film because he's really coming into his own, and it's a good combination in terms of we had to have James out there guarding a guard. He did a good job. So did Chuck. You know, those 4 guys really secured the back line for us in the second half.
And then Adam Smith, he just got in his zone there in the second half.
Yeah, we called 2 or 3 different plays and just said, you know, make sure you get him the ball, you know what I mean? And he did a great job, and he's getting so much better off the dribble, creating some space and different things like that. You know, and we needed it. You know, we needed it, and we've talked about it. You got to make plays, and you got to go to your playmakers to make those plays. And offensively tonight, that was Marcus, that was Adam, and I think something that will get overlooked a little bit, Quentin Stevens is really playing well for us. Now, he had a couple good looks that he didn't make them, but he's still 3 for 8 from the 3, 7 rebounds for us. He was tremendous on Roper. Roper had 15 points the first game, if you remember. His length really bothered him.
And then tonight you had a similar situation in Notre Dame. Marcus with the ball in his hands. This time you weren't losing, but a tie game. And what was the draw up there? He got fouled.
Yeah, we went to just a open court 5 strong. Didn't really want to call a timeout there. Felt that the way Marcus had been driving the ball, and he got 5. I mean, he got clobbered on that one. So, you know, we've been on the other end of that a couple times. But really good play. Ben set a great screen on him and created the switch and the mismatch, which drew the foul.
Congratulations, Coach. 3 straight wins for the last 5. Good momentum. Congrats.
Good momentum. We're playing well. And, again, you know, I just appreciate the fans. They were great again tonight. The students were out in full force. But it's a fun place to play. And you and I have talked about it. We got to do our job. But we're playing pretty well. So I appreciate everything the fans have done over the last couple weeks.
Back here in the locker room, Brandon Gaudin joined by one of the heroes tonight, and that's Adam Smith. 20 points as Tech defeats Clemson 75-73. And first half, 5 points. Second half, you just got in the zone, and the guys got you the ball too, didn't they?
Yeah, you know, once I hit 1 or 2, they know, keep feeding them. And Coach, you know, the coaching staff knows that as well. They call some plays my way. You know, I just converted.
But you also, I think, have done a really good job. You've got that step back down. So you're able to create off the dribble, too, and you did that well tonight also, didn't you?
Yeah, it's a rhythm shot for me, man. I've worked on it so much that, you know, it's not even a difficult shot anymore. It was kind of funny. Jordan Roper was kind of crying out for a travel on the second step back. But, nah, man, I've just perfected it, and, you know, I try to use it to the best of my ability.
With 5 seniors after the loss at Clemson, you know, understandably everyone was down. You're looking at 3-9 in the league. Now 3 straight wins. So what's the feeling right now in the locker room for you guys?
You know, I mean, we just have so much more to give. You know, we can play so much better. than we did. We played pretty well in the second half, but the first half, at Clemson, we know we didn't play well, so we just tried to come out tonight, just to play our best basketball. I feel like we accomplished that somewhat.
And you've really, I mean, certainly the NIT is well within your grasp, and who knows if you make a run here late what you can do. But all this confidence is coming at the right time, and you said you can play better, but you've got to feel like you guys are playing your best basketball, no?
Well, we've made big plays at the end of games, and that's huge. That's what tournament teams do. I still feel like we could play better. Everyone in the locker room feels that way. Coach Gregory feels that way. So, that's what we're striving for, one game at a time.
What's it like when you go to the free throw line there in a game like that, late like you, and knock down those free throws? What was that like?
Just kind of remembering, repetition. Of course, they're big shots. I guess the pressure is only in the eyes of the beholder. Me and Mark has done, a good job down the stretch, converting free throws and making big plays in the games. So just we've been there before, so just do the same thing.
Is this, well, I says this as well as you guys have played. You said you could play better. Now, when you're getting down to here to the end, you realize you're a senior. You got 4 other big seniors on the team. Now, is this as fun as you've had all season on this winning streak, just putting all these pieces together?
Yeah, winning is always fun. Losing isn't. This is why we play the game. Everybody to walk in the locker room and see all the smiling faces. Coach Gregory comes in, he's dancing, he's smiling. That's why you play the game.
You dance?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Great game tonight, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, that's Adam Smith, 20 points in the win.